And we in the trenches with it, man. Go over hella day said Boston over. Alright.
Show your face. Show your face, please. With sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookahanonymous_. Alright? We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookahanonymous_. Alright, now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, at this point, I'm sure everyone heard all the allegations about Boston Richey being a snitch. Not only heard, but thanks to 1090 Jake, interrogation footage from 2016 of Boston Richey have been exposed to the world after Boston Richey tried to say that the paperwork that was put out on him was indeed fake. Now keep in mind, all of this started when an old affiliate of Boston Richey, who was now an artist under Kodak Black named NFL 2op, called him out for being a snitch and having his name in paperwork. He even uploaded it to his Instagram, and that's when everything started to go downhill for Boston Richey. Now Richey continued to say that the paperwork was fake and stated that 2op is just a broke hater and proceeded to flash money on social media. As y'all know, 1090 Jake is like the YouTube expertise when it comes to getting paperwork and information on people who had run-ins with the law, and that's exactly what happened. 1090 Jake did a video on Boston Richey and the snitching allegations, confirming that Richey did in fact tell and had even more paperwork to prove it. Richey would still deny the allegations, but then 1090 Jake took it a step further and got James Foster, aka Boston Richey's interrogation footage from 2016. Now things got a little bit hectic now, because in the video you can hear Boston Richey identify guys by name as he is shown pictures by detectives. Then you hear him describing how the man looked and giving descriptions of who's who. Now it's one thing to have paperwork, despite being able to fake paperwork these days by using online websites and such, it's no escaping actual footage. You know, you can say whatever you want to say about this and that being fake, but when you have actual footage of someone saying or doing something, it's kind of hard to defend that. Because what are you going to say to the people that feel how they feel after they already made their own opinions after they seen the footage? It's nothing you can really say. So the internet has been on a smear campaign, calling Boston a snitch and putting all type of rat emojis all over his pictures, making memes, the whole 9 yards. Now Boston Richey finally decides to respond to all the allegations, and he had a whole lot to say. Now first he took to his Twitter account and he said, quote, "Everything doesn't deserve a reaction." And let me tell y'all right now, he's right? However, in this case, where you're being accused for telling, and there's footage out there of what seems to look like you're telling, nah. I think that definitely deserves a reaction, mainly because that's your career on the line. You can't rap about spinning blocks, selling this and that, and you'll never be a rat, but then turn around and come to find out you're doing the total opposite of what you're saying in your music. You got to explain that. You know, you at least owe that to your fans. But then again, it's not too much explaining you can do when there's footage out there and people see whatever they see and hear what they hear. The proof is in the pudding. Alright, but anyway, here's where it gets interesting. Now he also took to Twitter and he said, quote, "If I'm a rat, why I'm not dead yet? N-words know what's up with me. The outsiders don't know what's really going on." So he pretty much saying, I guess the guys, the locals, the people that actually know him, they know what's going on. But the people from the outside on social media that's looking in and just starting to see this stuff, they don't know what's going on. Now, whatever that means. Now here lies the problem, right? Saying things like, "If I'm a rat, why I'm not dead yet?" Well, guess what? Nicky Barnes ain't died from telling. 6ix9ine is still alive. Sammy the Bull is still alive as well. You know? And who's that other guy that they made American Gangster for? Denzel Washington played? Him too. You know? He didn't die from being a snitch. And there's a whole bunch of other guys that told that's still alive. You know, the problem is people are selective with who they call snitches because A, they friends with the ones that's telling and they want to act like they can't believe that these guys are telling, or B, the one telling is the one with the money. So dudes give him a pass because he's the bag. I like that one. He get a pass because he the bag. He get a pass because he got the bag. You know, but all jokes aside, you flashing money and still being alive don't mean nothing. And in fact, when you flash money after being called a rat, that don't make it any better. If you ask me, it makes it worse, because he seems like, you know, it seems like you're trying to deflect from what's really going on. They said you was telling. They never said you was broke. And speaking of that, he took to his Instagram account now, went to his story, and he said, quote, "Just know Boston could say F this rap-ish and go back to the trap today and live the same lavish lifestyle. Same little N-word was up a half a ticket before rap." Then in the next slide, he says, quote, "I don't even want to see nothing happen to you little hating A-word, N-word. Just know I'ma F every last one of you N-words main lady and buy her something nice." Now, also, there's a video floating around of him going back to his hood. I guess he's in the store, his local store, and he pulled out over $100,000. And you see the person that's taking the video, he's in the background saying, "Oh, you know, we're in the hood, we're in the middle of the hood, nobody's gonna do anything, over $100,000. Now, that appeals to kids. You know, that appeals to people who's easily distracted from what's really going on. Once again, nobody said you was broke. Nobody said that you ain't have no money. And you probably still can go back to your hood because nobody know what's really going on. You see what I'm saying? That's the main thing that people are trying to focus on. It's not about the money. Please try to let us know or give us some type of confirmation or show us proof that you did not snitch on whoever. That's it. Right? Anyway, last but not least, in response to the actual video in itself, he actually responded to the video that 1090 Jake put out, and he said, quote, "Nobody in that interview was a factual person. Stupid A-word," and he said like a racial slur to whites, the C-word, y'all know what that is. He said, "I spent them. The only N-word that matters in that interview was wig, and I already said he ain't have nothing to do with Ish and ain't kill nobody. How y'all take advice from a white boy with tattoos who want to be black? That speak on everybody's case when it comes to street-ish." Laughing emoji. Right? So let's talk about wig now. I don't know what he means or what he's saying. He didn't say nothing about wig, but when it comes to the paperwork, it says that he did give information on the wig character. The paperwork said that he confirmed wig made threats, and wig acted as if he had a firearm in his waistband. Right? Now, quick tip for anybody. Whether you tell the police that someone did something or committed a crime or not, that's not always just considered snitching. There's a lot of forms of snitching or a lot of forms of cooperating with the police. And I think people have this misconception. I'm gonna explain why. Sometimes they just need confirmation on certain things. So when a witness or informant confirms something, it makes it easier to prosecute the next person based off the small information that you gave them. It don't necessarily have to be you saying, "Oh, so-and-so did X, Y, and Z." It could simply be you saying that someone was driving a specific vehicle, or someone was wearing a specific type of clothing, or someone was at a certain location at a certain time. That's all involved because it all can be used for prosecution at the end of the day. You just become a piece of the puzzle, you know? And I think that's the part that people get confused. Just because you didn't say so-and-so did this crime, or he shot this one, or he sold this drug, if you so much as say he was at this place at this time, that's considered snitching. Because you don't know, maybe he said he was somewhere else. That's why you don't offer information to the police without a lawyer present. Your lawyer, he's able to look through the transcripts, the documents, the discovery, see what they have, see what's being said, and properly, you know, defend you. But when you don't know what's being said, if you don't know what's going on and you just speaking, you're liable to say anything that could potentially harm you and your case in the long run. All right. So from watching that video, it seems like that's what happened to Boston Richey. He maybe feel that because he didn't say that this man did X, Y, and Z, that he didn't snitch. But he did offer some information that was used to get this man locked up. you know? And for someone that says that everything don't deserve a reaction, he sure gave a lot of reaction. You know, the problem is there's footage out there, and it's not too much getting around it. It is what it is. The best thing I think for him to do is stay quiet, stop talking. The more he talks, the worse he makes it, because he's going to keep denying it, and we already seen what we seen. So the best thing for him to do, stay quiet, lay low, let it blow under the rug like everything else do with all these other celebrities. And then people going to stop talking about it, and then I guess he'd come back out. Who knows? But anyway, y'all jump in the comments. Let me know how you feel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.